I ain't been gone long enough for y'all to miss me. What's going on? Wednesday coming. I ain't been gone long enough for y'all to miss me. What's good?
Boy.
What's good? Coach Coleman in the building. Y'all know what it is.
Came out a beast.
Favorite IT with Uncle Tennessee's in the building, hanging out with Coach Coleman. Came out a beast. Yeah. We was just talking about came out a beast. We was just talking about Flau'jae as we was coming in the backstage. Can't get enough of this kid, man. Can't get enough of this kid. I'm really impressed with everything that she did over summer.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to seeing how she builds off of this 30 piece that she dropped. If you thought that she wasn't focused on everything that she loved over the summer and about growing her brand, then you was not paying attention to what it is that she was putting down. Flau'jae is gonna be a problem. She's gonna be a problem. The consistency, the work ethic, the motor, the work ethic is crazy for me. So we hit in the studio, we hit in the gym, we hit in the studio, we going to class, we hit in practice, and we hit in the studio.
Work ethic. That's called, that's called money, effort, beat on my craft, money, results.
Hey, money is a hell of a motivator. Money is a hell of a motivator.
Yeah, shout out to Big Fo. For sure. I love her game. She looking so much.
She got me getting up earlier in the morning.
Yeah, like, for sure.
I'm like, man, let me get up. Let me get up and go on here and make a thumbnail. Big Fo has shot 1,000 jumpers already today.
Right. Let me wake up. Let me get the crap out of my
2 tracks. Big Fo dropped 2 tracks and perform with the symphony. If you don't get up and do something,
right? Let me get the crust out of my. Let me do a little facial. Get going,
man. Get up and get going. Russell, I only bring the facts to the chat. What's going on over there on the Instagram? Appreciate you, fam. Y'all run these likes up.
From the UK.
Nah. We don't. On to the next. Yeah, on to the next. So, Coach, we in this weird little WNBA's over.
Over.
Basketball is starting up.
It's about the. It's like this. It's like
it's that Luther curl. It ain't quite curled all the way over yet. But, oh man, it's that little Luther curl.
Don't you remember you told me you starting, baby?
Listen,
basketball.
Women's
college basketball. I'm so excited.
Man, you'll drop into a song in a minute. Hilarious.
Hey,
my goodness.
But here's the thing. I know we're talking about women's basketball, but I gotta say this. Hail Mary, Hail Mary. Hail Mary.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Hail Mary.
Bears, Commanders, heartbreak. Hail Mary. Hail Mary.
Was it heartbreak? Was a star born?
Woo! Well, I mean, you had like 2-3 tips and catch.
I don't know if a star was born as much as my man who they did the spotlight on, who was celebrating over there on the side, and then he tipped it, and MJ pointed it out. So my man who caught the ball.
I mean, you got to have the arm. You got to have an arm to throw it the distance. So he did that.
My man that caught the ball, right? The man that was supposed to be covering him. If you notice, when the play is going on, they pan over to the side. He is taunting the sideline. He's taunting the audience, the crowd. Then he realizes it's a play, and he comes back and gets into the play and makes the bonehead mistake of tipping it over his head to the person to my man's behind him. So
Jonathan Judge.
I'm not clear. I'm not clear.
I mean, here's the thing: you have to have the distance to throw to put it in the area. So you got to give credit for that skill set. But then
he ran about 15 yards,
right,
before he threw the thing.
15 yards. He had to.
Forth.
The time had expired, so he had to keep the play alive.
Hey, he kept the play alive with his legs until he could get that ball off, and he took care of business. So that shout out Jaden McDaniels for getting that done.
That's a whole new meaning of T.I. tip.
Man, listen. But I'm excited. I'm excited about that kid in Washington anyway. I'm excited about him anyway.
Yeah,
I'm about the commitment, but whatever.
That's number 2 with that USC Tennessee game. The look on the coach face. That's right up. That's number 2.
They lost their job over that one. Thank goodness nobody lost their job over that one. I don't know. Maybe the defense. I doubt it.
No. So.
But yeah, that was Heartbreak City. That was Heartbreak City.
It was looking good. I'm a Giant fan, and they can't get right because they don't do things right in management. That's poor little team. So.
Yeah, I didn't understand the Saquon. I didn't understand letting Saquon go. I didn't understand giving the quarterback the big money either. I didn't know who. I kept trying to figure out who his uncle was.
They determined to create another Eli Manning, and this is a whole different era. You better go get you a real quarterback. Daniel Jones is not. He's not there for it.
First of all, they better put some respect on Eli's name. They be talking about Eli. They be talking about Eli like he's just Peyton's brother.
Right. He went out there and beat the Patriots.
He gave Tom Brady 2 L's in the Super Bowl. 2 of them. So that means it wasn't by accident. And I know he caught the ball on his helmet. He did.
I mean, the next season. Here's the thing. You had some freak of nature wide receivers. They were different.
But he was able to put him in the position to go get it. So regardless, Eli always was my favorite anyway, more than Peyton. And I like Peyton too, but Eli always just looked like he was going to drink a 6-pack of beer after the game and have a good time. Eli's a part.
Polished? No, he just a blue-collar quarterback. I'm being honest with you.
Yeah, And then Peyton was he got that quarterback head. You know what I'm saying? So he was going to be the quarterback. You know,
like he in the film. You know he in the film room.
You see Peyton right now. He still got that red mark right here, like he just took his helmet off. Like he just took his helmet off. It is permanent right there.
He watching film with the helmet on.
Peyton, and I love Peyton and Eli together. That's my favorite Monday night. No. I love that they do that. So
Eli reminded me of the movie Replacements. Compared to Peyton, like it's not pretty. He gonna find a way to get it done because he gonna compete. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
You talk about 6-pack. No, they was drinking beer on the sideline and cigarettes.
Eli's a good time. Peyton too. I like Peyton. Peyton got that. He got that dry humor, man. That dry.
Yeah, he is.
But it's Peyton. I mean, and they are the men.
Audible call they used to make fun of him for.
Omaha. For sure, Omaha. So MJ Lover in the building. What's up, Big Rich?
So look. So look here. We got as the WNBA turns. We got some interesting takes. I have been listening to 007 to check ball. We up. Pause. To Rob, new to the network. I mean, we just growing, and I'm loving all. Here's what I love about our network. You get so many different takes and perspectives to challenge your mind and to challenge your research or how you look at situations in women's basketball and in sports at large. But right now, I just want to talk to you about New York Liberty. I don't want to talk about Stewie. I don't want to talk about Sabrina. That's cool because she wasn't acting cool into the playoff. She was cool to me first start. Then she got ignorant, but she had to go get that chip. So it didn't go to the chip. She had to get a chip on her shoulder. So shout out to her. You know what I respect about Nescu?
What's that?
The nice wore off, and then something, and it was like, okay, y'all talking about me? John King showed up. We're not talking about her. We're not talking about Bijanat Hamilton. We're not gonna talk about her. Okay.
Who you
We're
like?
not going to talk about Sabali Bali, which 007 made a whole new song about. Here you go.
Yeah, Sabali Bali, the baller.
She showed up in the supporting role, did what she's supposed to do. We're not going to
Absolutely.
talk about that. But what we're going to talk about is Brondello, the coach.
Okay. I'm talking about Brondello.
Brondello has been with Liberty since 2022.
Okay.
And before that, where was she? Phoenix Mercury.
Mm-hmm. Brondello won in Phoenix, right? Brondello won. In
Yep. You gonna get to my punchline?
I didn't know because I'm like, oh God, he about to ask me something about Brondello. Let me make sure.
You got it right. Correct. What survey says?
Ding 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 ding. Good answer. We're gonna play. Come on, we got.
Before getting to New York, Auntie, Phoenix was where she got that championship, but she was at Los Angeles.
Sparks.
And the San Antonio Silver Stars before they moved to Las Vegas.
So she's in Las Vegas. Okay.
So back to the $1 million answer. During her time as a head coach at the Mercury, Brondello won a WNBA championship and was Coach of the Year. So some of the fans, for some of you already may know, but for some of them, she knows what it feels like and she knows what it takes to win a WNBA championship. So
yeah, for sure.
But here's the thing: before she got into coaching, she spent 10 seasons in Australia, Women's National Basketball League, in the Euro League, and she competed 6 seasons in the WNBA.
Okay.
Brondello also has ties with Australia's national team. Mm-hmm. She's a former guard with multiple winning Olympic teams.
Mm-hmm. And she ain't never failed a hearing test.
Right. As the current head coach.
Yeah, ever.
She helped secure a bronze medal at the Paris Olympics for Australia this past Olympics. So she knows how to play on that big stage.
She does.
So just wanted to
Guess
give
what?
Credit.
Guess what though? Beat me up in the chat if you want to.
Oh, here we go.
Hot take. I don't know that New York should hitch themselves to Brondello for the long term.
Well, I mean, it goes back to marketability. Hey, Jeffrey.
What's up, Jeffrey? Let's see. New York Yankees fans last night. I believe they could be in for life and took it, and MLB took the tickets away from the two. I don't even know what you're referring to, Jeffrey.
Yeah,
I heard something about somebody wrestling the ball out of Mookie Betts' glove or something like that.
Dang. Okay.
But I'm not clear. I don't know exactly what you was talking about. Sorry about that. But Brondello.
Okay.
I don't know that I'm hitching. That I'm like, you know what? You hit for the future. I'm not gonna say like she got it done, and it's not even about like her being a bad coach. It's not any of that. It's just I don't know that as the WNBA changes, right? As the new talent and stuff comes in, she feels a bit old school to me. She feels a bit old school to me. And it could be that I just want fresh coaches everywhere, but I just, one season, 2 seasons, but I don't know that like I'm looking at Brondello like you should be here in 5 years.
I don't know. I mean, I think that's a good take. She's had a good run, so I think she's towards the back end of her career anyway. To be honest with you, I don't think.
Like I think you give her a chance to run it back, right? You got to give them a chance to run it back.
If you look at her, she looked like she tired when she went. She got the tired ass look. I mean, don't she? She got a tired look. Like I'm tired. You see on the sideline? Don't she look like?
I be sitting her on the sideline, and I'm gonna take. Nah, never mind.
I call it the RTF, the resting tired face.
Do you think that's what? I don't know. Sometimes sometimes she look like she just listening too hard to me or something. I don't know. Like you just listening to everything.
Like this,
you just listening too hard sometimes. Just listening to everything.
Like that's not what happened. No,
stop all that. Stop all that. Listening to everything. I don't know. I don't know. Brondello. And I don't not like Rondello. Like when it came down to it, Rondello did what she needed to do to be able to get the chip.
I mean, there's a paradigm shift that's coming, that's happening right now.
Oh, right now. It's happening right now. And I
like
just don't know.
So whether her style fits or not.
Do you feel like the Liberty are like off on one for all, we'll run through a wall for Rondello? Or I mean, that's the coach.
No, they run through a sprinkler.
Okay. And see, that's what I mean. It's like
I don't
that's kind of like
I get my clothes, but I do a change of clothes,
That's kind of like
I'm not going into triage for you.
You wave at the security guard, but you don't really know his name. You know what I mean? She's that kind of coach. Like, hey, it doesn't seem like it doesn't seem like she sways them one way or
personality, style, yeah,
just I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is.
I mean, here's the thing.
I don't know that I would sign up for her for long term.
Here's the thing with the generation that's coming in, and this 2023 freshman class that's gradually coming.
Talking about Leia and Juju now.
Yeah, coming on the heels, right?
Booker,
you're gonna have to have some coaches that have some soft skills, some people skills, and willing to let their guard down and understand this is not that anymore. This is a new day, new age, and new time. So just
not even just the soft skills, the negotiation though, too, coach. Like now it's a whole brand.
Well, but I'm going to point out to you saying that, guess on the men's side, because they were not willing to adjust and don't want to and wanted to keep it a certain way, that forced Tony Bennett, UVA head coach, to retire. And he voiced that was the reasons why. I can't deal with it. I like coaching in the old way. Oh, so thank you here's the thing, change will call people out. So thank you for letting us know. You know what I mean? And thank you for walking away and trying to making a mess of it. So that's what I was bringing to you, that this is not only going to impact the pro level, but it's still impacting head college. You're going to see college coaches become younger now because the old OGs, some of them not willing to adjust and don't think they should have to.
Yeah, they're not gonna understand. Hey, have your people call my people, and I really got people.
Right.
Like I'm not this hungry freshman that want to see if I can get an extra meal out the cafeteria. Like I got a brand, I got an NIL, I got 401k set up, I got a team.
Right. And now I'm in one of the states. I'm in the state of Virginia, and we're one of the states where they're entertaining, as one I know last week chat said, where they're entertaining NIL for high school level. And guess what, people? It's going to happen whether you like it or not.
Of course.
Not just in the state I live in. It's going to happen nationwide in the next 3-5 years. I think in 3 years it's going to be.
Do you think y'all going to be the first domino to drop?
I think we're going to be one of the early ones, but I don't think we're going to be like the trailblazers. No.
Yeah, I think it's in California.
I think it's got to be West Coast.
Once Gavin went all in, and it was like, well, what we gonna do now?
If you got it on college level, you got to offer something to high school because they putting butts in the seats.
Yeah. So, but then we gonna have to see how many butts you put in the seats. Now, not every high school player want to get paid. Every high school player wants some NIL. I mean, let's talk about it because we know some of these girl games. It's about 4, 5, 7 people in there, and 2 of them is the janitors. It's some of these schools. It's some of these schools. And he been watching since Tracy was playing. You know what I mean? We good 78. That 92.
And he graduated from the high school.
Yeah, so exactly. So that the NIL at the high school level is gonna get real dicey. It's gonna get real. It's gonna get real dicey.
But it's gonna happen though. You blink, it's gonna happen.
Sure, it's gonna happen. But I don't know that it happens nationwide like that as much as it'll happen in some of these bigger schools that have programs that are actually like feeder schools into.
I'm gonna be honest. It's gonna be. It's gonna be based on the politics of who is in your Congress, in your Senate.
Absolutely.
In your state. That's when it comes down to politics in that particular setting on that. So we talked about Modelo. Jeffries asked us about Connecticut. I agree. Auntie says I agree with. Please, let's not recycle these mothers truckers. Like, please, we already seen what they cannot do. So why do we want to see them repeat the same underachieving again?
Now, there's a couple who I didn't call for them to be fired. Now, Sides got fired, but I told y'all Sides was fired the minute they hired Caitlin, and it had nothing to do with Sides' ability to coach. Right. I'm okay. I'm okay with somebody giving Sides another shot.
No, she can coach because she had to take some shit and turn it into sugar.
Right. And then Connecticut, I don't know what happened over there. I don't know why Steph White doesn't want to be there anymore, but Steph White, to me, I don't know if you lost the locker room, if the team kind of quit on you. I don't know.
I mean, the way you're seeing this theme of questionable ethics and operations of management, I don't feel like it's always a coaching roster thing. The way we're seeing this pattern of lack of loyalty, and I have some interesting things we got to look at pertaining to coaches with NBA and WNBA, but I don't want to get down to that. I want us to walk through that so it makes sense when we get there. And so, to me, is it always a coach player? Sometimes, yes, they lost the engagement from their players and the trust. And then there's sometimes things that are beyond their control, which management causes that disengagement, if that makes sense. It can trickle down from the offenses. So, and that's not saying, sometimes you get the blame game, your fault, but really, that's a different level of money, and it's snakes in the plane, snakes in the stadium, you know what I mean? Snakes in the court. You know what I mean? It's the reality of what you deal with when you jump into that. There's no loyalty when people following in the back. In college sport, even as a head coach, you think somebody that's in your corner as assistant coach and snakes on your bench.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, it happens, and I'm thinking more too, like snakes on the bench, all of that stuff. Trying to pay at high school, trying to play these players at a high school level. Some of these programs are going to have. You said serpents. Some of these programs are going to sell the popcorn and the tickets and the parking and everything to be able to get money into the school to be able to pay students, right? But when you ain't got enough books for the students, we paying the students to play sports. So are the high schools going to be able to do it, or are they going to be
mainly who's going to benefit immediately is going to be your private schools. That's who's going to benefit immediately. I don't think your public school and then your perennial high schools will be able to do it.
So the IMGs.
Your IMGs, and then you'll have some public schools that are at high level. I think your public schools will get left behind in certain areas if you're not in suburbs or high.
That makes me sad for sports.
We're not saying it's happening yet, but if you watch the shift,
I mean, Friday Night Lights, the game on Friday night, the basketball game on Friday night, the football game on Friday night. What did they play? I think the guys play Wednesday and Friday. The girls play Tuesdays and Thursdays. Like being out, that local talent in the school playing. Like now, kids is starting high school in Jersey and finishing high school in Florida. Like it is a business.
I mean,
it's a business.
You don't got to pay to go there. You're not paying for the tuition.
No, you don't got to pay to go there. But I'm just saying, like, it's a business. When you start looking at your brand, like, you have to start aligning with.
And the thing that's crazy, it's not basketball. It's any sport that you play at a high level.
Oh, absolutely.
But here's the thing. Historically, who started this recruiting out of high school? It wasn't basketball. It wasn't football. It was the high-end money. It was lacrosse, baseball. It was these high money before it became what it is now. Mm-hmm. Historically, look back and do your homework. It was done. So I find it interesting where they try to point it on that it was these where it's majority black and brown players where y'all just all this high level recruitment. It is going on everywhere. And do your research, do your homework. I digress. Here's the thing. On that being said, we got teams. We got Atlanta Dream, Chicago Sky, Connecticut Sun, Dallas Wings, Indiana Fever, Los Angeles Sparks, Washington Mystics. Some of them without coaches, some of them without GMs. Las Vegas Aces got rid of their GM. So is Becky next? Becky with the good hair?
I asked that on the live the other day. You know what's crazy?
Is that the strategy?
You know, if y'all want to get Becky out like that, that's lame to me. Like, after they brought the 2 championships in. If you had a problem with it, you suspended her 2 games last year, or 2 games was it last year for this, and then you're gonna punt like you're not supposed to get another whooping for the same thing. After you got one whooping, you're not supposed to get another whooping. So I don't know what's going on. I got a very weird feeling about what's going on in Las Vegas. And so if I wake up and Becky's not there tomorrow or the next day here, I wouldn't be surprised, but I would hate to see that for her. But I don't know that they got enough coaches. I think can the season start with substitute coaches?
You can start with interim if you don't want to somebody for once. You can.
I don't even know. No. I don't even know if it's enough for an interim coach. I mean, like a substitute, like how the teachers call that line and be like, "I'm sick today," and then whoever just show up.
I'm just
that's what I'm talking about. I'm here. Yeah, I'm here today. I'm here this week. I'm getting it in this week. I don't know where all these coaches is coming from. I know that there are assistant coaches out there that are available. I know that there are, at the college level and at the pro level. But wow, this is almost like half the league more than half the league is turning over coaches.
So here's the thing. Right now, here is the early circulation of some names of assistants. And I have one black male, but most of them are black women. I'm just going to be honest with you. Brianna January, she's Arizona State college product. She's been assistant coach for the Connecticut Sun the last 2 years after a stellar playing career. During her 14-year career, she is 37 right now, years old. January was named to the all-defensive team 5 times. So do you look inside, there was a disagreement between White and Connecticut Sun and they part ways. Do you start first and give consideration to the quality that you have in the staff? I would suggest that to franchises like Connecticut Sun and even over Christy Tolliver's over at Phoenix.
Really? Okay.
And she's 37. She coached in Washington and in Phoenix in the WNBA. She also has spent a few years in the NBA's Dallas Mavericks franchise. Tolliver won 2 titles in the WNBA as a player. So these are some names that are being circulated as some assistant coaches that should be considered. The one black male, is Tyler Marsh at Las Vegas. He has been assistant with the Aces since 2022 and helped the team with 2 consecutive WNBA titles. Before that, Marsh, 36, spent time in the NBA G League and bouncing around the NCAA. I have 2 more names before that. I see you had something you wanted to share. What you got, Auntie?
No, I'm thinking about these names. I guess here's my thing. So Teresa Weatherspoon is a brand, like you pointed out on one of the lives.
She's a brand.
Respected basketball player, respected as a coach. We gave her one season. Are we going to be willing to give these 7 coaches, and some of them with these assistants, coming in their first time out, more than 1 year to be able to develop?
Just don't go to Chicago.
but I guess my question then too is like
a double standard, right?
Not only is it a double standard, but as like they get as the players get ready to empower themselves with the 1 year deals, right? And then the talent that's coming in, you don't want to be known as that one. Oh, you don't want to go over there. You don't want to go over there. As far as the organization, but if you don't have the right leadership, I don't know that people are going to want to sign up.
I agree with you. And that becomes a management and not a coach thing. So at this time, we know a pause for station identification.
Yeah, because your dog always appeared like a matrix. He just
right?
Come out of nowhere. Just out of nowhere.
At this time, it's
Just out of the
qualification,
out of the
identification, and
darkness.
buy auntie. You see the dog just buy auntie a Coca-Cola today. Have you bought your auntie
Oh,
Seth a Coca-Cola
yo,
today?
Columbia Coca-Cola
Now back
today.
to
Hit
our
that.
regular scheduled program.
Back to the regularly scheduled program.
Okay, so here's two other names that's been floating out there that are already established assistants, with still what we call some. They still got some tiger in their tank or some youth in their veins. Okay,
Okay.
Latoya Sanders, coach with the Mystics the past 3 seasons. She was promoted to associate head coach. She had a 7-year playing career in the WNBA. Sanders is 38, was responsible for working with Washington's post players. And then the last person that's thrown out there, let's not forget Vivian Johnson either, that we mentioned in like a few lives ago. I think that she should still be considered. She's a wealth and what I call a tweener. She can still, I think, connect with the generation too. But here's the thing: do you want to be in a hot seat though? That's the question. Is that what they're ready for? So we got Rebecca with K's Brunson, she's a 5-time WNBA champion.
Okay.
Brunson has been an assistant with the Lynx since 2020. So everybody's just big on Katie Smith, right, out of Minnesota. Mm-hmm. And what about Brunson? Okay. The 42-year-old was one of the greatest rebounders in the WNBA history. She was a 5-time All-Star and was named first team All-Defense.
Okay.
So does
that translate to a good coach?
What we're saying is it's a foundation could be.
Oh, yeah, no. And so, I'm asking that. I'm going a step further, and I'm really asking you that from your perspective of having been a coach, right? And then the other question that I have for you, if you could, the difference between okay, so associate head coach and then assistant coach, what is the difference in responsibilities there? Is the associate head coach more like the right hand to the coach?
Yeah. Like they
doing all the.
Yeah, like if I'm the assistant coach on college level and there's associate, I'm probably the one going out doing the recruiting, development, right? Mm-hmm. And the associate head coach is in the area assistant. They're probably doing the substitutes. They probably doing a lot of scouting and things of that nature. They're not on the road. I'm using the college model right now. They're not on the road as much as me, hardly ever. Just live period. But I'm the one that's doing all the grunt work and working with them, making sure the highlighters are where they need to be, or the student managers and stuff. Right. But the associate coach, that means if the program continues to go the way it goes, then and things go successful, then next coach up, if the university is willing to go with it or the franchise is willing to go with it, next person that should be considered, is not guaranteed, should be that associate head coach based on their contribution to that franchise or that program. That's why people put associate head coach, because they're saying this person has done the work, they have proven themselves, and we believe they have a quality of head coach. Or if it's not at where they're already at, that somebody else at a different franchise or college, depending what level you are, is going to consider you because somebody has highly touted you with that responsibility.
Okay. Gotcha.
So it's just a really play on names to put people out there to be considered for positions. But you're not doing much.
So I guess, and I think my question, or what I'm trying to get an understanding of, is as a rookie coach coming in, what is the benefit of having that assistant coach or associate head coach come and step into a head coaching role versus a Teresa Witherspoon coming out of the NBA having worked with Zion Williamson? Like what makes them?
Well, one,
what makes them more apt to, more probable to be successful?
Well, if they were there for a while as an assistant or associate, they already familiar with teams, they're familiar how the business structure, and they've seen the changes throughout, depending on how many years they've been in the WNBA working. They've been there a significant amount of time. They're also familiar with the officials and they're familiar with other coaches or with other franchises. So anybody that's an effective assistant coach has a professional relationship with other organizations. We say professional, functional relationship with other franchises where you can take care of business and get things done, right? And be respect. And the thing is that person respected by those other franchises. So the names that they put out there, they believe is a respected representative, not just within their franchise, but within the WNBA.
Okay, so then I guess because I hear what you're saying, right? But
right.
I guess my thing is for Teresa Witherspoon, she should have been familiar with the W, familiar with the referees, and familiar with how things works from her experience of just being a player and associated with the league and having grown up with the league.
But she didn't.
Yes, no, or am I missing? Am I missing something? Is this
by the time she left and came back, it changed again. Things go through changes every 3 to 5.
I mean, like, did you feel like it had changed a whole lot?
For when she played, yes.
I mean, because to me, the way she's moving around the league is like she's been around the league. Like, we might not have seen her, but she's been popping in her ear been to the street.
Right.
And so I guess what I'm trying to figure out is somebody who didn't play in the W but has kind of been coaching and knows the refs. We'd like to give them a 2-year opportunity or 3-year opportunity to build up an organization, but not at Teresa Witherspoon.
I mean,
I guess I'm trying
to. We don't know.
And maybe I shouldn't make it specifically about Teresa Witherspoon because that's Chicago.
I think that's apples and oranges because I feel behind closed doors, she stood on business and stood up for what was correct and advocating. A lot of times when you lose a job because you advocate for what is ethically right.
So you don't think it was necessarily her? It wasn't necessarily performance.
I don't think so because they weren't even expected to be in playoff contention.
No, I agree.
I think
I got it out. I got it out, Bree Wayne. I had to put it all together. I'm sorry, you had to because it's just bothering me. It's like, golly, now she didn't play.
I mean, now the smoke is
trying to win a championship, and she been out here and she know them, and she know them.
My heart is heavy because. Someone coming in, she showed the signs of she knows how to run a franchise. Mm-hmm. So there's always things that you're going to fail forward in because it's your first time in that position. So we're talking about a teaspoon, but did she do anything to warrant a dismissal that detrimental from our eyes on the surface? No.
I mean, we had a conversation about that already. No, we didn't think so. And probably Teresa Witherspoon, I shouldn't have used her name.
Right.
It was more just like somebody who played in the league, has coached at a high level, maybe even in the NBA as far as like player development and stuff like this. Is a person who sat down and developed Zion Williamson. And I don't know if that's more her thing.
But here's the thing. They're just starting to hire GMs that have playing experience. So you got to remember that too.
Well, that's a whole nother show. That's a whole nother show.
Yeah, have sports managers.
Yeah, that's a whole nother show. If we start talking about like directors of basketball operations and if you even know anything about basketball operations, right?
Bree Wayne got a hot take.
She ain't white either. Like Coach Reeves, Becky and Brondello can call out refs and institutions, but nothing happens. I got you.
That's a hot one. That's a hot one, Bree Wayne.
But I wonder, is Becky in that club? Because listen, y'all, I think Becky's seat heating up. I think Becky's seat is heating up.
I mean, here's the thing.
Because y'all told me that the GM hires, that the GM brings in they
hires and fires. So it's a setup. So my thing, I thought when
do you think is Becky going to be the GM?
Huh?
Would they make Becky the GM?
Oh, if she's still a darling, if they still appreciate, if they try to save her face. At this point, you don't know. I mean, you don't know. Maybe is she ready to? Does she want to go? I mean, she has 2 rings as a coach.
Stop, Coach. 3 weeks ago, I was asking you what was her best coaching moment. I'll wait. Remember, I was like, tell me about the time she coached her ass off. Remember?
And I couldn't give you one.
Yeah, I was like,
So you get
ready to take.
So you get to
ready
fill
to.
up.
Well, I guess the thing is, though, I don't necessarily know. Based on what she was doing and what Natalie Williams was doing, how much of And I don't know if there was if they kind of banged heads and that's kind of why it didn't work out. I don't know. It's really weird that like they won
Didn't
2
bring
championships.
anybody in, and there was people available they could have went and got.
Well, they did brought people. They did bring them in. They didn't play them. Queen Egbo, Jessica Carter. There's a lot of people they brought in. They didn't play them. Daisha Fair, they let her play. What did she play? About 3 seconds, and then they sent her on. So I don't know. Las Vegas is giving really weird vibes. Did they fire Natalie Williams to give Becky more power? And that's what I'm asking. Because somebody tried. We were talking about maybe it was the way Natalie handled the Hamby situation, but did Natalie talk to Hamby or did Becky talk to Hamby? And who was Hamby mad at? Natalie or Becky?
Right. So somebody got to take the fall, right? But so here's the thing, right? So let's talk about this realistically, right? So Becky comes in and inherits a team that's put together by Bill Laimbeer. So the formula's over there. She did not have to come out the mud with this thing. And that's fine. You hire people. She came with the ability. So with the team that was given to her, she was able to produce two titles. Now, when it got to the 3rd season,
I'm putting an asterisk on that. She was able to produce. I'm putting an asterisk on that. Okay. I don't know that she produced. But let's go. Or
it was ready made for her to win 2 titles.
I feel they were ready to win.
Right.
So they were going to win in spite of.
Now when adversity came 3rd season, and you got to apply your skills, the game call you out. Did the game call out Coach Hammond?
Oh, I don't know. I did. I was like, hey, when did she coach? When was her best coaching time? Because the first time she got in trouble, she couldn't get out of it.
All right. So us talking about coaches.
So I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if the people love her either, though, Coach.
She doesn't look. She got the RBF, all right, not the RTF. She got the RBF.
Does anybody? I mean, and you know what? She does. She got the RBF, and I was gonna say that she comes from the San Antonio.
And she comes from the Russian. Isn't her things from Russia? Her background, her family. Nationality.
I don't know if she's really from Russia or if she couldn't play on the Olympic team. And Russia said you could play over here. I don't know. Y'all tell me. I don't know if she really is, because you know how you could go and like Joel Embiid was gonna go to France and all that. So I don't know.
So she might just have to dual citizenship because she played over there. Is that what it was?
Yeah. I don't know. That's a great question.
Okay, yeah. So that's what I was confused about. Does she have But that's not a big thing. So she's got the RBF. She's not.
And she's from Popovich. She's from Popovich's tree, and so I think that carries weight in the WNBA. Like
she's from Popovich's tree, but she's not Popovich.
No, she's not Popovich. But the thing that we talked about too was that she was supposed to be able to take the foundation that Popovich gave her and the experience that she had with the WNBA. And be able to put a twist on that worked for the WNBA.
Well,
now I don't know that she put a twist on it.
To hype her up to be the first head female coach in the NBA, and that didn't happen.
She still may go back.
Right now, they may run her out.
Now, because now they can say that she's got some rings. So I don't know. Is she next in line behind Popovich?
Maybe that's the part of the plan.
Could you say that? Could you see San Antonio being like, and now Coach Becky Hammond as the lead?
No, but
I mean, like, okay, okay. Now let me ask another question.
No, do you see
a time in the NBA where they would have a female head coach of a team?
Yes, they're gonna have to because if men,
you don't see that.
Why?
Becky Hammond may not be that person.
That's a great point.
Okay.
Let me tell you why. Because I'm so sick of if men can coach in the WNBA as a head coach, why can't a female coach in the NBA as a head coach?
Oh, I agree. I agree.
So that's going to have to happen because it's going to be a big clash with that.
Yeah, and that's what I wanted. That's what I wanted from you, the clarification of if you thought a woman could, if you thought they wouldn't let a woman coach.
A woman can coach boys basketball, high school, anyway.
Oh yeah, for sure. I just if you were gonna say like you don't see the ownership really letting a woman have the keys to the kingdom like that, or if it was just that you didn't think Becky would be the one that they would let do it.
My thing is about timing and does it fit? That's what I'm talking about. It's not even about female. It's about, will that timing be right? As far as what's going on with Becky, what's going on with them, if that makes sense. So everything comes down to timing and what's going on. You know what I mean? What's going on? So here's the thing. We're talking about coaches, but here's the thing. NBA and WNBA coaching jobs don't have a long shelf life. Lately, they're only 1 to 3 years. Guess what? Between the two, WNBA and NBA, Eric Spoelstra is the longest tenured coach between the NBA and WNBA in Miami.
Okay, I got a question.
Entering his 17th season.
Just as a coach, right? Because I don't want you counting when he was the video editor guy. He just 17 years coaching, right? Remember, he started off as like the video editor guy.
Yeah. He won't even scout. We're just editing the video.
You talk about working your way up. You talking about working from the bottom. Then he got it out the mud. My man was in there just
before it was video. Mud. Before it was mud.
Video.
Before the rain made it mud.
And I don't know if Pat Riley discovered him down there in that video editing room, or how Eric actually got into that coaching position. But once he got there, it was clear that he is Pat's guy.
Yeah, and so don't let Pat get
I love
sick.
that. The NHL just hired a woman to coach in the physical league. I love that.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. Here's the thing. Pat can't get sick then. Pat getting up there. Pat gets sick. That's his.
I don't know. You know why I say that? Because when LeBron went up there and tried to tell Pat, I don't like him, who left?
LeBron.
Yeah. So Eric kind of made, like I said, it's hard to let the guy go to know the guy that did the video editing. He got to know all the secrets. He was hanging out with the janitor at one time. He didn't work his way up. He got
17 years. He's 17 years as a head coach, so he got 20 years worth of dirt.
Okay, now he parking in that coaching spot. He was parking way out in the parking lot.
Right.
He had to come walking in.
He had to pay for a decal. He had to pay for a decal.
Exactly. So he knows a lot of the ins and outs of that organization. He knows. Listen, he knows where the bones are buried.
He knows the trap doors.
He knows where the bodies are.
He knows the trap doors in the stadium. He knows the shorts.
So yeah, I don't know. So when Pat's ready to go, that may be where Eric is on his way to. Yeah. And he was the guy who had to go pick him up.
Right.
He put the bond in his name and shit. He's that guy.
Right.
Because he was the video guy. Hey, video guy. Got somebody in trouble. You know what I'm saying? Get on down there.
Go get Teron
out. Man. Goodness gracious. Steve's in trouble again. Get the video guy. Dwayne Wade, Punk Spoelstra, but he's still there. Still there. You know where Dwayne is? In Utah. Okay. He's not part owner of Miami, is he?
But I'm just saying.
Dwayne got how many trophies down there? 3 of them? Yeah, he in where? Right. Utah. Yeah.
Right.
But I'm telling y'all.
But we're just saying though, right now you're facing that trend of it's 1 to 3 years for NBA and W. It's not just a WNBA thing. It's on Coach. Both sides of the professional men and women. So I'm just pointing that out to you. What's going on? Huh?
I take my medicine rolled up, so I forget some stuff sometimes. Remind me this. Remind me of if there was a time where we saw half of the NBA coaching jobs turn over in one offseason. 7, 30 teams. So 15 coaches, like Spoelstra might be Pat Riley's secret. Okay, I mean, never mind. That didn't come out.
Did you say illegitimate? Okay, illegitimate.
Illegitimate or down low? I don't know. Never mind. I don't know. I don't know. It could have came out wrong. I don't know. It could have came out wrong, but it could be right. I don't know.
It's a little secret. I don't know, man.
I don't know. Could be his diary. I don't know. I'm just saying. But was there a time? Because they talk about eras and stuff so much with like comparing the NBA and the WNBA. I don't remember a time recent in my time of watching basketball that like half of the league's team had coaching vacancies at the same time.
On the NBA or WNBA?
No, NBA. That's why I was asking you. Do you remember? I don't, but I could be misremembering.
Do I remember a time?
Yeah, do you remember a time? Do you remember the time?
It wasn't like 5, 6, but you always had 2 to 3. It's enough where it's a revolving where nobody's keeping anything steady. So yeah, you always had.
We have seven vacancies in 12 teams. I am concerned about the expansion draft. I'm concerned about signing. I'm concerned about signing the 1-year players. I'm concerned about the regular WNBA. Like, they need to start hiring some people, don't they?
I mean, right now they're saving the money on their car insurance. I mean, I don't know.
You know what I mean? They're like, hey, we're doing interviews on Wednesday. We got the draft coming in on Thursday.
I mean, if they okay with it, I'm okay. If they like it, I don't.
Okay, but my concern is this. Now we had Chicago kind of fumbling around with their coach and figuring out their staff at the last minute, and it didn't go so good at the end of the season. We can have 7 teams like that now.
Right. Here's the thing. Sometimes you drag your feet intentionally because the play is developing and you know what the outcome you're looking for. But from the outside looking in, is like, oh, they fumble in the bag. Then there's organizations just don't know what the hell they're doing. Period. You know,
Coach, tell me the organization that you think is dragging their feet because they know exactly what they're doing.
I think Fever know what they want. Okay.
Are they gonna get it?
It's a 50-50, Never gonna get it. I mean I don't know.
From what I heard, I think you're talking about Stephanie White. I think you're talking about White to the Fever. And I think somebody said that
I think Washington knows what they want because they fired.
What do they want? What do they want?
We know what they don't want.
Well, you know what I thought at first that maybe it would be Natalie Williams going there to as a general manager going there, right, with her experience. But then
I could see that.
People were saying that maybe that she got let go for how she handled the Hemby situation, and then it's like, oh,
I don't think that falls on her. I think there's other office. The thing is, it falls on her. People will like to because it's a scapegoat, but in a dynamic like that, it's beyond.
Where the lawyer at?
With Hemby. That's beyond her pay grade.
Where the lawyer at? The legal team should be talking to them, right?
Right. So with people, with a situation with Hemby, that's higher. That's beyond her pay grade. Be honest with you. Let's be real. Look at that. She does not handle that directly. As far as maybe communicate, with that, and she got thrown in, under the court. Mm-hmm. Yes, but as far as her administrative responsibility, no.
Wow.
That's above her pay grade. I mean, let's be real, people. It is. And Chad could disagree, but it is with the Hemby situation.
All right. I'll take that.
So, I don't know what the hell Dallas need. Be honest with you, that's an enigma. We know it wasn't LT Trammell, and I don't want to see her coaching next season. I really don't. I can't take her. It's like lackadaisical.
I thought they said that Trammell was in the lead to be the Chicago Sky. Coach.
I mean, when you okay with players peeing and crapping on you, I guess you okay with the GMs doing it.
I don't know what the buy-in would look like from the players on the team. I don't know if they're buying.
I couldn't see no buy-in from that. You want me to listen to Kirby the Love Bug? You know what I mean? Basically,
I don't know.
Where the garden to
that like you got rid of Teresa Witherspoon. You got rid of the coach. This is what it says to me, right? Like, so you got rid of the coach that when you were supposed to be in 12th place in the league, had you in 8th place and I say 2 minutes, but it was a couple of days away from actually being in the playoffs, right? To hire a coach that had a team one or two games away from being in the championship to bottom fell out of the league. That's the coach that you want, not the coach that was able to do something with nothing. You're gonna go get the coach that had a whole bunch of talent and messed it all up to come run your team.
Makes no sense.
Make it make sense. I don't. I'm not. I'm so unclear about how that is a solution. I don't know who's doing the hiring around. I don't know. I probably need to see if they got openings in their HR because they definitely not screening these applications correctly.
Oh,
you failed over there, so come over here.
Right. fail to another paycheck.
But the Teresa Witherspoon, you fell out of the league.
Right.
And maybe have to come back as an assistant.
Maybe if he wants to. Here's the thing: is the Los Angeles Sparks get all ripped up by a coach that I feel like was going through male menopause. You know. You know what I mean?
Kurt had his mind on a lot of other things.
Yeah, it's like, what you doing, man? He's having hot flashes, cold, flashes. Like, what you doing, man?
Listen, when nobody sits on either side of the coach, and they just have him, they just let him have a love seat on the bench, like that. Yeah, he on his way out.
Yeah, we ain't fooling with you.
Exactly. He had lost his locker room.
Team has sent the message, man.
And it seemed like his coaching staff. I don't know. It didn't seem like anybody was dealing with Kurt as it got close to the end.
I mean, Atlanta Dream, it makes sense because just Tanisha Wright didn't have the tools, or she knew like I'm on my way out. I don't know. Sometimes when you disgusted and busted, you just tired. Sometimes when stuff beats you up is what wear you down. You get what you get with Tanisha Wright. So we don't know what she's been through. Went through to that point. So in respects to her and her coaching, sometimes it wears you down and you at like, hey, I'm on my way out. And like I'm gonna do my best to try to get him there. And so, in all respects to Tanisha Wright, that probably wasn't her best coaching effort. So just think if she had it in her, if she didn't let those energy vampires drain it out of her, it's draining. It's a thankless job. So now, I don't think Tanisha Wright is incompetent. I think sometimes you just get exhausted by the burden and weight. And I'm not speaking for Tanisha Wright, but I know for a fact it can drain you emotionally. It can cause sickness in your body. I know it firsthand when you are so invested in it. And so I had, so that's the other side of it that, first of all, it's not fans to care, and it's not for players to care about. Because you got to.
I get it. I don't know. I didn't watch her enough. What I saw was.
I'm not just saying her. I'm saying any coach.
What I saw was it seemed like she was kind of checked out to me. It was just like I don't know if you want to be here. I got a question for you though. Seven vacancies. How many of those vacancies are filled by people of color?
Out of the 7, I feel like we'll get at least 3.
Do you? Okay.
Yeah, because you know why it's going to be pressure from. I feel like the association, Players Association, behind closed doors is going to put some pressure on that.
We'll see. Also,
there's a lot of public pressure.
I mean, they said, I believe Juju said, he said she felt like she was on borrowed time. Noelle Quinn over there said she felt like she was on borrowed time. So, I don't know. I don't know what it's feeling like, behind the scenes.
Spalletti was a good coach. He was Pat Riley puppet.
Spoelstra's a very good coach. Mike loved Spoelstra so much that they delayed his contract extension until after his divorce settlement went through. Now that is love and dedication. I'm telling you, you think you're gonna punk him? Like I said, he gonna sit in Pat's seat when Pat get ready to go. Spoelstra,
he going, huh? He going to the upper room.
His career path is written in stone.
Yeah, he
started from the bottom. Now he here. I told y'all he got all the secrets. He was the video editing guy. He know everything.
All the bodies. So yeah, I feel like out of 7, I'm gonna say get a 3 and a possible. It's some pressure there. I think there's some hidden pressure there. There's some public pressure there, and just the dynamics of it. At least make sure it's females. Please don't give me no recycled tire behind male coach. I want to see the strong female leaders in these sidelines. If you call it women's basketball, please and thank you. Like seriously, like please. Because I'm tired of the double standard of the adage of a man can come coach a women's sport, but a woman can't. So then let the women give us majority of women head coaches then.
Let's see. I think a lot of our quality women that could have been head coaches are in other prominent positions in the NBA or other places that are going to pay more than what the Dub is paying right now. And I think that becomes a challenge too. Like, man, for what?
For what? It's right. I think Vegan. She got one of them Erykah Badu chats today.
That's the entity and empire herself, blessed and back like we never left, coach. Chat fam, hope everyone is still having an awesome midweek celebration. Road to Friday. Please, everyone hit the 3 dots in the upper right corner. Hit like and subscribe on the TV. Scroll up to the right. Hit that like on me. Please and thank you. Thick Vegan.
Hit that like
hope
on
you're having
me.
an awesome Wednesday too, fam. Coach, what else you got?
Oh man, that's where we at.
Did you have any thoughts on the LSU or South Carolina exhibition? Did you get to see those?
Before we get into that, here's the interesting thing. We'll see what your thought was. As women's hoops boom, NIL reports favor men's even with the women's game. So NIL boosters are still favoring men, according to records show right now.
Of course.
Okay. All right. So I do have one more thing before we talk about that. But here are some college coaches that probably need to suit up and show from some power, what we call Power 4. There's no more Power 5 conference, right? Until one rises to the occasion. Here are some college coaches that might need to suit up and show up this season, or they may be feeling a little heat in that seat, right?
What are these? The coaches that need something, got something to prove this season?
Yeah. Courtney Bangart, North Carolina. 23-24 record was 20-13. They got sent home second round to first seed South Carolina. She's been there 5 seasons, 96-56. I think Courtney's got to get out of the second round, obviously.
I'm not sure what Courtney needs to do. I don't watch enough UNC basketball to really make an assessment on her. Right. I know they showed up with Deja Kelly. Deja couldn't do no work. Couldn't do no work with us. So
they sent it to the West Coast.
So I don't know. And then again, I don't know how long she's been there, so I can't really speak on her. I know some of the other
Courtney.
Yeah, and then some of the other coaches that were on the list, like
5 seasons.
Yeah, I don't know what kind of talent she has, so I couldn't say. I know she needs to show up with more talent, but I couldn't say if she really got something to prove.
Here we go. Kim Caldwell.
She's brand new.
It's the level of.
So I mean, brand new means that you got something to prove. It's your first day on the job. You got to prove yourself.
Mid-major, she's at a mid-major Division I in Marshall, 26-7, with 26 wins, 7 losses, and they lost to Virginia Tech. First round to Virginia Tech in the first round. This is her first.
Lost to Kenny. She lost to Kenny. Kenny probably got more than her. So
who shot Kenny in the South Park?
Yeah, Kenny's dead.
Hey.
It was Virginia Tech. They were kind of a stacked team before Kinley got hurt. Kenny, pretty solid. Y'all expecting big things out of him at Kentucky. So,
Adia Barnes, Arizona.
She's in Arizona. That's second chance you.
This is her 8th season. And right now, her record is 150-99. Last year, they went 18-15. They lost to Syracuse in the first round.
Yeah, but Arizona also was playing some really good basketball, and then they got hit with an injury bug that had them also doing just like TCU, holding tryouts to make sure that they didn't have to miss any games, right?
Well,
So
remember they had the pandemic championship appearance, right?
who?
Didn't Arizona play Stanford for the championship?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I'm talking about just this last season. They got hit with the injury bug, and
Yeah, I'm
were like,
saying the pressure might be on because they still had a recent appearance.
I don't think so, because I feel like Arizona's like second chance you. So she gets all of the castaways to me. Like Ja is over there. So I'm looking to see what she does with Ja. I don't know that I ever really look at the Arizona women's team as like they're gonna compete for anything. You know, they're really gonna go get a championship, right? I think like I said, a second chance you. I think she has a nice program and a place for women who are talented but have missed it or didn't get it right the first time to come in and get it right and show their talent. But I'm really realistic. I don't watch a whole lot of college basketball just to watch it. If you're not a winning program with a lot of talent, I'm probably not tuned in. I'm probably not tuned in, y'all. I'm being honest. I watch a whole lot of sports, but I don't watch losers.
Right. So here, Kim Barnes, Enrico from Michigan. Like
she got some McDonald's All-Americans coming in that look pretty good at the at the game. So looking to see what she does with that new talent.
They lost to Kansas FC in the tournament. This is her 12th season. She has at 261 wins and 133 losses.
Here's the thing. These are state jobs in schools that I don't think really care if their women's team wins a championship or not. So she probably could go 300 and 102. You know what I mean? And still have her job. Like, I don't know that they're really on a hot seat like that in some of these schools.
Kelly Graves, Oregon. It went 11-21 last year. 10 seasons.
Kelly was able to bring Deja in there. So she get another season just because of that.
It's actually a he.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, they get another season because of that. They brought Deja in there.
Yep. So it's been there 10 seasons, 233 and 100, 233 wins and 100 losses.
They've been there 10 seasons. Nothing is going to push them out. They don't care if the program wins. It's a good state job.
All right. Well,
I mean, when we look at women's college hoops, the ones that win been winning.
Kara Lawson, Duke, 4th season.
She not on the hot seat. She just bought Toby in there. She's building something. She's in a position at Duke where if y'all don't want me here, I can go take the job at Tennessee anytime I want. Now, if you're gonna let me cook, I'm finna get in the kitchen and bake like Dawn did. So if you're gonna invest in me like you invest like South Carolina investing in Dawn, I'll build you something here.
I don't see Duke doing that for her.
This should be at Tennessee. Because the minute she wants to be at Tennessee, Kara Lawson's at Tennessee.
And they're like, bye Kim, bye Felicia.
Maybe they'll swap you out, but they wanted Kara this time.
Oh, they did. Is that what they wanted?
They'll let Kara come home.
Oh, they wanted. Oh, look what she did to Duke, because she really didn't have much offense. She didn't.
They was crazy as hell because I would have bought. Here's the thing. I would have paid Kara Lawson to come be my coach at Tennessee. You know why? Because Deion had luggage and it was Louis and he brought it with him. Everybody that was here to be with me, we're going to Tennessee. Get in the transfer portal. I would have brought her. Who cares? But them people that's been there 10 years, 12 years, long as they ain't losing more games than they won.
So in 4 seasons, she was 68 wins and 33 losses. That's not bad.
But the talent that she's bringing in, 4 seasons now. This is her first. Now she's got 4 years of a recruiting cycle now, right?
Right.
So now we got Toby coming in this season. We should start seeing like some what do you know how they rank them? You know, she should. I don't know what their recruiting class was this year, but it seemed like now we should start saying like, did you have a number 1 recruiting class? Did you have a number 2, 3, 4, 5? Like we want to see what's the quality of her recruiting program. But for the most part, I think she's fine at Duke.
Okay.
Because here's the thing. Who are these coaches? We can't find coaches to fill the jobs in the WNBA. Who come to get them jobs?
not a college coach. It's too comfortable.
That's what I'm saying. They're not going nowhere. That's a good state job. They off on the holidays. When the school closed, they get benefits from the state. Come on, that's a good state job. They some of the most highest paid employees in the state.
So here we go. So what about first year? But she's been with. Do you think it's gonna be pressure on Kate Pay at Stanford, even though it's her first season?
Kate crazy if she let them put any pressure on her. Soon as they come to apply the pressure, she should say, where? Kiki's gone, Cameron's gone, ain't nobody here. You gotta give me some time to get some people to buy into me now. You gotta let me get my recruiting cycle on.
Look, show me the NIL. And they're sticking to the old standards of admissions too. You know, it's an academic admissions thing. You know,
I'm Stanford.
Right. Which I think you're gonna see that drop a little because if that Big Ten is gonna be a different beast.
I mean, not only that, like when you got schools that are willing to create majors for
I knew you was going there.
Right? Like you're gonna see schools get super creative. You're gonna see schools get super creative. And like I could have had a Stanford and that would have looked really good, but what if I just get one from Duke? Or what if I just get it from Notre Dame?
I mean, facts.
So I'm interested in seeing what she's gonna be able to bring in.
No, facts. That's where we at. I mean, I just want to throw that out there. That's with the woods are whispering about some of these coaches. We see if it's true or not. We'll see what rears it.
I don't think so in the college ranks for real. Not unless the alumni not unless the boosters come in and are like, hey, we really want some of this women's basketball money. Otherwise, It's gonna be the same one. The Dukes, the Tennessees, the LSUs, the South. It's gonna be them, and everybody else is just like.
I'm saying that because there is a gradual paradigm shift, so you might start seeing some urgencies in certain programs if they're not.
I hope so. It would make for a lot more exciting basketball everywhere. But my mama told me wasn't nothing like growing up getting you one of them good old state jobs. You hear me? Get you one of them good old state jobs. And stay in that state job till they send you home.
Oh,
I don't know. I don't know, Coach. Ain't nothing like a good old state job, man.
Yeah, well,
state benefits.
Well, I guess we didn't make the state jobs.
No, we are definitely not cookie cutter enough for the state jobs, homie. Not me and you. Not me and you. We grateful and grinding. We grateful and grinding from here on out.
The establishment did not land on me. I landed on you.
Hold on. No. No, sir. Not me and you, buddy. Not me and you.
What did you say to me, Mr. Man?
Yeah, yeah. Not at all.
Oh, yeah. That state thing that missed me. That went on.
With no state jobs. Hey, B, what's good? I appreciate you pulling up, fam. B Will, what's going on?
Oh man.
Hey, when is the WNBA coach job fair? Big Daddy Long Dogs. What you got on my 40, homie? As in my 40K for the entertainment purposes. MJ.
Shekels.
Dick nigga said, what you got on her 40K, homie?
Look.
We'll be back to give you some opportunities to put some of your shekels down.
So before we get up here, it's Wednesday. So we got Seth Talk Best coming up with Ghostface Picker. And you got Wednesday night. You still got Time Out. Let's talk. Y'all still doing that? 9 p.m.
Time Out. Let's talk. Yes.
Time Out. Let's talk.
If you started your day with me and Juju this morning on Check Ball, we up. Finish it tonight with us on Time Out. Let's talk.
Yeah. Man, you talking about 2024, Laverne and Shirley. You cannot miss it.
Oh man, listen.
No, I didn't. Wait. Y'all kill me. I love it. I love the banter, man. I just listen to it.
It's always the back and forth.
And then at the end of the show was like, air hug,
That's right. Good government job. And their benefits are dependable for them retirement shekels.
Government, yep, retirement shekels.
That government check come, don't it? It's a direct deposit.
That lifetime pension.
Lifetime pension, absolutely.
Yeah, lifetime. I'll be pension for a lifetime.
Oh my goodness! Yes.
I couldn't do it. I'm sorry, man. I tried. I tried. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Ghostface Pickup been at work. He got quite a show put together. I see.
Okay, that's dope. Well,
folks, so y'all come back. Y'all come on back here. I'm just
listen. Without you, there's no us.
Absolutely.
Appreciate you jumping on the CC show, spending time with you, whether it's with you. Friday coming. We got the hot tea. Takes Friday coming, and we're that much closer to women's college basketball season.
Y'all come check me out tomorrow with WTF America. Tell the truth. Me and Political Lil, Poly Sports Perspective, Black Women in Sports Excellence. We got a politics show dropping tomorrow.
Nice.
Be on the lookout for it. Me and Political Lil, you heard it here first. Good, clean, direct deposit with a champion mentality. The dream, baby. Coach, I appreciate you. Hey, man, we've been rocking the CC show thing here. For a few months, man. It's been an absolute blast. Looking to see where we take this thing as college hoops get ready to get started. We are going to be shifting, still keeping y'all up to date with what's going on in the WNBA, but definitely starting to pick coach's brain about some of the stuff that we see going on in women's college hoops. So y'all stay tuned. Talk soon, y'all. We out.